Imagine this. You've been scammed. It's a gut-wrenching, devastating experience. And just when you think it can't get any worse, the phone rings. Someone on the other end promises they can get all your money back. That glimmer of hope? Well, that's the entry point to one of the most cruel and cynical cons out there, the recovery scam.
I mean, just let that quote sink in for a second. It's absolutely chilling. To a scammer, a person who's already a victim isn't a cautionary tale. No, they're a qualified lead. This isn't random. It's a calculated, predatory strategy that literally sees your trauma as a business opportunity.
All right, so let's dive right in and break down what makes this con so uniquely cruel. It's not just about the money. It's about a deep, profound double betrayal.
So at its heart, this is what's called an advance fee scam, but it has this really vicious twist. The scammers aren't promising you a lottery win or some get-rich-quick scheme. No, they're offering something way more powerful: hope. They dangle this lifeline, this promise of getting your life back on track, and all they ask for is one more payment.
Okay, so now let's pull back the curtain and look at the actual playbook. How do these criminals operate? Because it's not just random bad luck. This is a methodical, almost industrial process designed to find and exploit vulnerability.
This really is the key question, right? How does a predator find someone who's already been hurt? Well, the answer is disturbingly simple. The first scammer basically leaves a trail of breadcrumbs for the next one to follow.
And these are their favorite methods. You've got these things called sucker lists, and yeah, that's what they actually call them. They're databases of people who are confirmed to have fallen for a scam, and these lists are bought and sold on the dark web. Or sometimes it's even simpler. The original con artist just puts on a new hat and comes back for round two. And of course, they are all over the internet, just lurking in victim support groups, scanning complaint forums, looking for anyone who's publicly asking for help.
So, finding the victim, that's step one. Step two is all about creating instant trust. And what's the fastest way to do that? You put on the mask of someone a person would never, ever question.
And these are the go-to costumes. They'll call you up cool as a cucumber, pretending to be from the FBI or the FTC. They'll send these incredibly official-looking emails from a totally fake law firm. Every single one of these personas is designed to sound legit, to bypass your skepticism, and to make you think, oh, thank God, finally someone is here to help me.
So we've seen the how, we've seen the playbook. But to really get this, we have to talk about the why. Why does this work so often? And the answer really lies in the deep emotional state of the person they're targeting. And this, right here, is the crucial point. This scam isn't just about a clever trick. It's about weaponizing a person's emotions against them. These scammers are absolute masters of emotional manipulation.
I mean, just try to put yourself in the victim's shoes for a second. You are desperate to undo this horrible thing that happened. Your judgment is totally clouded by shame, by anger, by stress. You've got this burning desire not just for your money, but for some kind of justice. And on top of it all, you're under immense financial pressure. A recovery scammer's pitch is basically custom built to hit every single one of those vulnerabilities at once.
And then you've got this powerful psychological trap working against you, the sunk cost fallacy. You know that little voice in your head that says, look, I've already lost so much. I can't just give up now. I've got to see this through.
And as FTC attorney Elsie Kapler points out, this is exactly what the scammers are counting on. They know that if you've already lost, say, $10,000, paying another $500 doesn't feel like a new loss. It feels like you're protecting your original investment. It's brilliant and it's awful, because your own hope becomes the chain that keeps you tethered to the scam.
So how do they keep that chain so tight? Well, they do it through this cruelly engineered cycle of hope and disappointment over and over again.
It's this brutally effective four-step dance. First, you get the promise. Hey, great news, we found your money. You feel this incredible surge of relief. Then comes the fee. You just have to pay this small tax to release the funds. So you pay it. But then there's a delay. Uh-oh, an unexpected complication. And finally, the repeat. We just need one more small fee to clear this new hurdle. And they can keep this loop going until the victim either runs out of money or, finally, the illusion shatters.
This quote from a victim in the UK, man, it just says it all. This isn't just about losing money. It's about having your trust and your hope completely violated. The scammer creates this false sense of partnership, like you're both working together to solve this problem, when really, they're just draining you dry.
Now, I want to be really clear about something.
This is not some niche problem happening in a dark corner of the internet. This is a massive, sophisticated, and truly global criminal enterprise.
Let's just talk about the scale for a second. In the UK alone, in just a single year, victims lost over £185 million to this one specific type of fraud. I mean, that is an astronomical sum. Think of the number of ruined lives behind that figure. And that's just in one country.
And what's really terrifying is the growth rate. Over in Australia, reports of these scams shot up by a staggering 725% in early 2022. That's not a trend, that's a wildfire. It just shows you how quickly these criminal networks can scale up their operations.
And these guys are chameleons. Their methods are constantly evolving. In the US, they are so brazen they're actually impersonating the FBI's own Internet Crime Complaint Center. Globally, you'll see these super slick, professional-looking websites for fake law firms that are specifically targeting crypto scam victims. And over in the UK, they're gaming the system, creating phony companies with dozens of fake 5-star reviews to look legitimate. It's a multifaceted international threat.
So, in the end, recovery scams do way more than just steal money. They completely poison the well of trust. They take a victim's most powerful motivator, their hope, and they twist it into a weapon against them. And it creates this devastating paradox. The very people you think to turn to for help, the police, lawyers, government agencies, are the exact masks the criminals are wearing. It just leaves you with this one haunting question. When the rescuers are the predators, where in the world does a victim turn?